It's a cold one.
Yeah.
And I'm a bear.
Huh? Can you see that? Look at that steam. Got some fresh Work Life coffee.
Little cold today.
Yeah.
Got a fire going. We decided to come over here because y'all have a lot of questions.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, I gotta put my hood on. It's pretty cold. Dug a little hole, got the fire going.
Can you hear it crack-lacking?
Oh yeah, the cedar cracks a lot.
Oh, you might be able to see a flame or two pop up.
Yeah, feed it, baby, feed it.
Fire going.
Thank you, everyone who cared enough to watch us build a house, starting it.
Yes, right.
It may just be 8 polls to some folks, but we got a lot of questions because people were that. See, y'all see that right there? That right there, 1877 rot.
Won't rot or
Won't
whatever.
rot. So,
I don't know if people commented before.
but when would they be commenting?
My only thing was that whenever you were digging.
I don't know. So we got multiple questions. Huge question. What a waste of time. The deck and grain bin, they're not even going to use it. They're wasting that. Hold on.
Okay. Tell me what to do.
I run this.
It's a joke.
Your posts are going to rot. You're not using the grain bin. How is the grain bin going to fit? Mm-hmm. What are those big metal things? Where do they go? I'm trying to think of some more questions. You're reading them.
We'll just start, and then
maybe it'll watch your legs.
Oh,
She already got a little crazy this morning. She tried to elbow me when I was pooping.
This morning I was changing, and I just ramrodded my elbow down onto where the bunk beds are. Oh, the slice is bleeding. It hurts.
I just sat down on the pot because this is my 3rd cup of Work Life coffee. Go! Oh! And I already knew.
Yeah, whenever you like hit something and it hurts like instantly and it like makes your stomach hurt. Right? It's like, it was a bad one.
So I asked if she wanted a Band-Aid. She didn't want one.
So it's okay.
But we're going to start with, yes, we are going to use the grain bin as our house.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell y'all exactly how because that's not fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just not fun to tell y'all everything.
And I know for some people it might not be fun.
But for us, it is.
Yeah, it's fun for us.
You gotta... People forget that people who post videos on YouTube are YouTubers. Mm. And we post content. And if we just told y'all everything up front, why would you want to watch?
Yeah.
You gotta keep a mystery. If at the beginning of a movie or a TV show, they're like, hey, this is what's gonna happen, it ruins it.
Yeah.
You know, when you accidentally wake up in the middle of the night and you see the ending of a movie, you're like, oh, man, I was watching the whole thing, I fell asleep, now I already know what's going to happen. It kills the plot, it kills the whole storyline of it, and the biggest thing of being a content creator is trying to tell a story and doing all that stuff, and at least that's what I think in my personal opinion, but who am I other than the YouTube king? So we're not going to tell y'all up front.
Might get a little ash in your...
Oh, I don't care about that. I just want to stay warm.
Yeah.
So, a lot more people than I ever expected were commenting saying that our post will rot in the ground without protective sleeves.
Yeah.
And so use protective sleeves, and maybe you should look into that. They're right there. I don't know if people just didn't watch the video all the way through, or maybe at the moment they saw the, you gotta get this fire going or just be smoking. Talk to them, baby.
So yeah, we put those posts on there, and it's 150 year won't rot guarantee.
Guarantee it.
Guarantee. So that's fine. Which originally the game plan was to put it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was another question.
Yeah.
Why did you put it in the ground and not on the slab?
So, if you know, we've had dilemmas with the slab, and there's a couple things with it. We were originally going to put it on the slab,
and I had them in the cart online.
The anchors.
And bolt anchors, everything. and I almost bought them. And legit,
They're very expensive.
very expensive. We would have spent a lot of money, and then I would have been like, oh man, like, we've got some figuring out to do here.
Yeah.
So, for the recap of some people that may not have watched or don't remember or didn't pay attention, whenever they poured our slab, it came out a little wet at the beginning. Not the whole thing, a little beginning, or at the beginning. And it was this corner, actually. And if you watch our video, we were able to cut into it a lot easier over here. There's a lot less spillage, but I felt like it was easier to cut into on this side than it was that side or that side.
Yeah.
So every comment we ever got on the pouring the slab was, good luck, your slab is not going to be hard, it's going to mess up.
So we had to think, is it going to hold our house? Because again,
Do we need to bust the slab up?
Yeah.
Do we need to re-pour?
The whole thing. So, and then again, that's a part of the dilemma why it took so long as well, is we had to rethink everything.
The entire design.
The entire, like, if you look back, like, that was a stressful time.
I think what we might do, actually, not right now, but maybe in a video to come up, once we explain everything, how we're doing the grain bin, we're doing the full design, all that stuff, I will show you my drawings. And I've drawn them out to scale on the scale paper, and we went through design after design trying to figure it out. Then, that was just originally.
Yeah.
Then when the slab kind of was poured wet.
Not only that, also we were working with, it's not exactly straight. So that we had to change, we had to work with that as well.
You're ahead of the schedule here. You're
Okay.
ahead of this, you're going to confuse. They know nothing about that in the moment.
Oh, okay.
We have never talked about that.
I thought we had.
No. So our original idea, we drew out, and we had a certain design. You know, again, we've said it before. You're putting a round structure into a square hole, which it'll fit, but how do you make it work? And so we came up with these ideas and designs and everything, and then we came up with a new idea, and we're like, all right, cool, we're going with it. We got our slab. We called the concrete crew out, and I don't remember. It was somebody, I don't remember what, was like the hardest part of the slab and everything. It just make sure it's squared. Make sure that it's squared. Before they even started working, we got the ground all level the best we could. It wasn't level, but we tried our pad the best we could. Paragon and them came out, which again, massive thanks. And then Danielle and I took the time, and we did over and over and over and over to square the slab we squared it on the ground.
Yeah.
And we put stakes in the ground, we painted, we did everything. We're like, we've checked, double checked, triple checked. It is square, square, square. So, we did that, and then the concrete crew came out and checked, and they're like, dang, we've never had anyone go square it up before we've come out. And so, they did that, and they formed it up and everything. Well, unfortunately, things happen and get overlooked, and for one reason or another, I don't know, but the forms got pushed in a little bit, so this whole side over here, this far side closest to us, it goes and then it bows out, and it's not straight. And then on the back side, it's a little off. Not bad, but it's just a little on the back. And then the front and that far side are pretty good. I don't know if it accidentally got hit when pouring the concrete or before, or got overlooked. We don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was beyond me. I didn't see it. I'm not the one doing the work, but I didn't see it or anything. I didn't know till after the fact. So then they pour it. It's a little wet, and we're not really sure how strong it's going to be. Literally everyone on the internet that is a concrete master said that will never work. I've been doing concrete my whole life. My grandpa did concrete. My dad does concrete. I do concrete in my dreams. I mean, everybody coming and said, this slab is going to crack, be no good. And it got in my head a little bit. The top layer started messing up. And I really got in my head and was just like, oh my God. We just paid thousands of dollars for a slab that's going to have to be busted up and redone. I couldn't even think straight. And I was just like, man, like,
I think
this
everything, I don't think we talked about anything besides concrete for like,
why do y'all think it took 3 months for us to start on this sucker?
I mean, it was literally trying to refigure out every single thing.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And then also we're trying to not tell you guys every single thing too. I mean, we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not trying to, it was already bad enough when the concrete came out wet. The whole internet went wild. And then we're not trying to make anybody mad. We're not trying to put a business under. We're not trying to.
Definitely no.
We didn't bash anybody. Like, again, Danielle forgot, but we never said anything about this one not being straight. She's bashing people now. You're the one that always starts the drama.
Oh, people going to say I'm bashing.
It's not. It's just
really
the reality
not.
of it.
Yeah.
And not right now. But once we get the build going, we were going to talk about it and explain what our reasoning and what we're doing. But y'all get a sneak peek of Cops Crockers.
Yeah.
We're actually back to real content as far as talking about what we're actually doing and why. The last couple of months has just been crazy. A mind. So we weren't trying to say anything that was off because they were already getting destroyed.
Yeah.
For no reason.
It's not.
Especially Moss Concrete. They're not even the ones that poured the concrete.
Yeah.
And they were getting destroyed.
Yeah, that's just, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Definitely no.
Yeah, we're not trying to ruin anybody's livelihood or nothing. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So we never said anything, and we weren't going to say it until it's time to do it and say, this is what happened, but this is our fix. And that way, it doesn't have, there's not, we've learned on the internet, there's really not much of a repercussion to people if you go ahead and just talk about it and then fix it. But if you just talk about it and it's not fixed, the internet goes wild and wants to start blaming, pointing fingers, and going crazy on it. So we didn't want to ruin someone's career. And so we did all that or whatever. So then we had to come up with a game plan. Okay, the floor isn't going to be how we want. We're going to have to grind the top off. We're going to have to not put post on the slab now.
Just in the off chance that it isn't strong enough to hold the whole weight.
Yeah, even if, let's say the whole thing was perfect, but we put it on this corner right here, and let's just say it was weak. We don't know. It's holding up right now and everything, but what if we put it on there and that side cracked and shifted? I would be so mad. I would be so upset. So I started thinking, all right, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So I came up with the idea of, what if we put posts on the outside instead of the inside? We make it slightly bigger than we were expecting. And we actually talked to the other concrete crew about it, and they said, honestly, that's your best bet. If you get it down deep enough, you get it down to the virgin ground, you get it down in there, it's way past the frost line, all that stuff. And then, spoiler alert to anybody, this isn't the only concrete we're doing. We're doing more. Then
Which we've said.
Yeah.
But
people don't listen or pay attention or whatever. But you could tie into it. You could do all sorts of stuff. It'll work out. This is your best bet without knowing the full strength. And then they even offered to do a core test. I think that's what it's called. Normally you have to drill a hole through your concrete like a toilet paper tube through it, and then they pull it out, but then you have a hole. And we were wanting our floor, so we didn't want to do that. And then they have this thing where it's like radiation or something like that, or waves. And then we were going to do that, and then we're like, you know what, if we just do this, we're fine. So we decided to do this, but we had to come up with a whole new design, whole new everything. It changed everything. So everything that we had thought we were doing and planned on changed, and then now we had to think about it, re-engineer everything.
Even down to the shape of it.
Yes.
Like, I'm talking every single thing.
The final shape of everything. We changed every aspect of it over the last 3 months.
Yeah.
And
which was, at first, I mean, it's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I think things do happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, it's going to work out good. And but to have to re-engineer the entire thing is crazy. And I know someone commented, said, I really hope Jason is not building this house. Danielle needs a real house. They should hire professionals. It's engineered. We're more than capable of building it ourselves. We're more than capable of doing the things. Real people and people with money actually hire good people to come build their house. They actually get good contractors. They actually get whatever. Yeah. You never know. I have literally, I used to do land surveying, not landscaping, land surveying, and what I would do is before a slab was put in, sidewalks, build huge subdivisions, whatever. You guys know my buddy that came up and helped survey, and it gets the points to each property. We'd have to come out, and everything we do, we stand there with the pole, and you got the little camera thing, and it does everything, shows everything on a computer where everything is, if it's level, if it's square, if it's plumb, like everything. And I have been in multi-million-dollar houses, and I've seen them being built, and I've seen every aspect of it. It doesn't matter who you hire. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much money you spend. I have seen the worst stuff happen.
Right, for whatever reason, right now, I see a lot of videos on my Facebook Reels where it's like an inspector going into houses, and it's like a whole, I mean, again, multi-million-dollar house, and he's just showing everything that's wrong, like nails, not even it, like,
or like shaking the house and it's like moving or whatever. So it's,
I think we're gonna build a house just fine.
It's luck of the draw when you hire someone, and I don't care what that is. It's luck of the draw when you go to the restaurant if they're gonna cook it right. It's luck of the draw with it's each individual person. You can even hire a very good crew, but if a bad person working that day is being lazy, you're gonna come out with the bad product.
Or just everybody's human.
Yeah, and you can make mistakes.
So
I would rather make my own mistakes and pay myself. So we got it engineered. We got it figured out as far as that goes. We're more than capable of building what we want. We're more than capable of doing everything that we need it to do and how to do it. A lot of people want to say stuff about me and say, I just throw stuff together or whatever. Literally, I woke up at, I think, 4 o'clock this morning. And I've been up ever since, and I just been on the internet looking at different things on how to build, how do you install a window on a round metal building? How do you, like, anything you can think of, I'm like looking up and looking up and looking up, anything from how to do concrete to all of it. I'm constantly looking up, and I'll never do it perfect, but I will do it well enough that I think anybody that comes over that doesn't know that we did it would never think, like, if we told them, yeah, we built this house, they'd be like, what? Like, y'all built this house? I'm very confident in our skills of what we can do. I'm very confident. And I also know, I'm very logical to know there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be imperfections. There's going to be, whatever in it. But at the end of the day, it's ours. And it's nice to see those little things to where, as long as it's not structurally, but if it's like we're doing something and the board, there's like something in it that looks a little weird. Anytime I look at it, I'll be like, oh, we built that. Like, we did this. We didn't hire it out. We didn't just take a loan out and put the trust in someone else's hand. Like, we did it all. And, yeah, so we're more than capable. What are some other questions? I feel like we need to get this fire going some more.
It was a little chilly. I don't know. I think the big things was the rot, and then why aren't you putting the post on the slab? And then, again, the grain bin.
We are using the grain bin.
Like, that's why we filmed a couple clips of hang on.
Yeah.
We're moving the grain bin.
We are doing this. Chill out, because we know people are going to talk trash.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily talk trash, because
you don't understand, I guess.
Yeah, and they don't understand because we're not telling them. So
you got to trust the process.
We're just gonna keep saying, and then trust and believe.
Yeah.
The grain bin is moving, and the deck will not be wasted either.
Oh, we have ideas.
Yeah.
Oh man, y'all have no idea.
It's just this whole place. Give it a year and a half. And it's just going to be pretty rad. There you go. There you go.
I don't know if y'all know this. I lived outdoors for a while. Kind of figured some of this out a little bit.
But I don't really think there's anything else. I think during the premiere we talked about how heavy.
Oh my god.
These posts it's.
I wish I actually knew. It's okay. I wish I actually knew how heavy. I mean, if anyone's lifted just an 8-foot 6x6 post that's treated, they got some weight to it. And then you're doing 20-foot post, and it's not necessarily like we lift it. It's when you're trying to lift it this way, and then all the weight stays behind you, and it's just trying to get it out. And then at any moment,
sometimes we're going up a hill.
Yeah, and then at any moment it could just fall the other way, and
it's crazy. Like, if I ever looked up, I would just start getting dizzy while holding it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a hard day.
It was. I
so thankful for
Paragon.
Yeah.
That it was. Video doesn't do it justice.
It was a lot more than we even thought.
Yeah, and then at first too, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm being truthful here. We were doing, I think, the second post, and I just happened to look, and Chrissy had her phone out, and I'm like, "What is she doing?" Because I didn't say no, we didn't say anything to her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, I guess she's filming. She probably tried to send it to you or something." And then she's like, "Yeah." I sent him to Danielle, and in my head I already had the vision because how I was filming and everything. I was like, I'd be fine at that point. I'll probably just speed it up. And then I looked through the footage and I was like, this is great. She caught moments that it wouldn't have worked if I would have used the audio from the camera over there, because it was up close and Jeremy's cracking jokes and we're saying this and we're whatever. And
the Chrissy cam.
Yeah, I just think in that moment, Chrissy had a vision, Chrissy had a thought, and did it. And I think that this shows that, not everything has to be planned for it to come out even better than you expected. Sometimes it's just in the moment, a thought, do it, go for it. And that may even be, as far as our build goes, we may be in the middle of our build and be like, actually, this would look super cool if we changed this around. So don't ever be stuck to a certain thing. Live in the moment, and sometimes in the moment, I don't know the right way to say this, the universe just gives you a sign. The universe just tells you something. Whatever, I don't know how to put it in words. Just listen. And sometimes it just truly just gets put right in front of you, and it's like Chrissy pulling out the camera and doing it. And that, to me, it 100% made the video, because without that, it would have just been sped up. I would have voiced over the rest of it and been done with it. But it added so much more to it, and y'all got to see, it was a pain in the butt, and we were trying to joke to get through it, and it just showed more of it. And
yeah,
I don't know, it was a cool thing that happened out of nowhere, and to me, it just shows, listen to your gut, listen to that inner voice or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Inspiration comes at any time.
Yeah. And then this is one thing we've talked about before too, is even so you're doing a video while you're building, you gotta, each thing you kind of gotta think about the shot. I always joke around to Jason, what's your vision?
Yeah.
But it's all just putting posts in the ground. It's how because you do one of them,
and then you already know what it is.
you already know what it is, the work and everything like that. How do you keep the next one entertaining, or
to keep the person watching.
exactly?
That's the whole point of our videos, keep people watching.
And when you're building, a lot of things are repetitive.
Yeah.
So it's like, how each little thing do you keep the people's attention?
Yeah.
I don't know. And the Chrissy Cam was a great.
Yeah, it truly came in clutch.
Yeah.
Again, if you're still watching at this point, comment down, Chrissy Cam. If y'all thought the Chrissy Cam was awesome, please throw it down below.
Yeah.
And let us know. And Chrissy probably absolutely love that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. If y'all have questions, more questions, I guess, now that we've answered some of them, feel free to ask us. And then we're at the point now where we can actually sit out here and talk to y'all about it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Big Metal Truss is where they go.
Oh.
They go up. So how are we
Yeah.
going to lift them? I don't know. I have ideas how to do it. It's just more of, will it be available
Yeah.
for us to utilize?
We will not be able to.
Yeah,
honestly.
I watched videos of people doing this, and it was 4 dudes picking them up and put it on there, and they made it look easy.
There ain't no way.
I don't know how.
There ain't no way.
I don't know how.
That thing is one of those is insane.
Yeah, but
It's-
I will say this also, and we'll probably we'll show and talk about it in a Crocker video. These people did an amazing job building these. They are heavy duty. I see so many of these for sale, and it's only one-sided. They did both sides. Like, it's just, I'll go into more detail on a Crocker video. They did an excellent job.
yeah, we ordered them from a company
Yeah.
in Arkansas, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they engineered them out and everything, and to
our plans.
our plans, to the T of what we wanted and the size and everything. It was 100% custom for our build, and I feel very confident in them. At first, watching videos and stuff, and not necessarily, these people actually have a YouTube channel, but not necessarily of theirs, but I watched other videos, and I was like, those just seem lightweight. Like, and some people, like, they do chicken coops kind of the same way, but those aren't built anywhere like this. Very impressed, and I'll show it off more on the Crockers and stuff, but very glad that we did get it engineered, and I don't think we're going to have a problem with structure side of it. It's going to be a problem doing the work.
Yeah.
During it, I don't think it got on video or not. I don't think it was in there, but I just remember just being like, why do we always bite off more than we could chew?
Yeah.
But at the end, we're always very grateful that we did do what we wanted and didn't
Cut corners or settle.
Yeah, and so
It makes
yeah.
the work a
Harder.
1,002 times harder,
but the end result.
but the end result's always a lot better.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think you left it in the video too. I think maybe you've already talked about it, where I'm just like looking up at it. As soon as the first post got put in and I looked up, I was like,
No.
I was immediately like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is going to be way.
Crazier than
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
So,
But
and none of this does justice from a video. The size of our grain bin, I don't think does justice. As seen it in person, I don't think. Some people probably think it's bigger than what it really is. Some people probably think it's smaller than what it really is. When we had Irene and her sister come out when we did BAM Fest, I was like, "Does it look like what you thought?" They're like, "Nope,"
Yeah.
because it's video, and they didn't say in a bad way. It's just more of seeing it through a lens is different than seeing it through your eyes, and perspective and touch and see and feel and get everything. It's interesting. So I don't know. We're trying our best to show it the best we can so y'all guys can understand, since we know 99.99999% of y'all will never be here to
Yeah.
see it. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm excited. We got a lot of work to do. I think today and tomorrow actually be like pretty good weather. It's going to
Yeah.
warm up.
Actually, and then today though is your final dentist appointment.
Yeah. So
the other day he was flossing and forgot. And
at
about
Paragon's during
Thanksgiving.
well, Friendsgiving.
Yeah, you forgot and almost.
No, I didn't forget. I was doing it, and I know which teeth because they put the glue in there to hold the temporary.
Okay.
And
I
I
just
know
heard-
I know which ones, but I did it in the wrong one. And when I went up, because it's those little toothpicks that have like the loop with the string, and then you kind of do it. And when it went in, I was like, "Oh my gosh, wrong tooth!" And I was like, "I'm gonna try to just bust the string." I thought I could bust it,
And you just hear.
and it went. And I said, "Oh no, my tooth was sideways."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have, like I got days until the dentist appointment. This is
Yeah.
not gonna go well." And I literally just grabbed it and pushed it back into place and popped it up and just bit down hard on it. And then for about a day, it was a little loose, but now it's in there. Yesterday was a little wiggly, but I was like, one more day.
So today you get your official.
My official, and they said this should be quick. It's
Good.
just show up, pop this out, clean it up a little bit, all the glue, stick the other one in, give them more money, bounce.
There we go.
So very happy with that.
What a journey, you know.
Yeah.
With the tooth.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. Someday we get what we want.
That's right.
And today I get a real tooth. Well, a real fake tooth.
Yeah.
Half a tooth. Which is so funny. They're like, "Do you want to save your tooth?" And I'm like, "I don't care." They're like, "You'll want to save it." And then they ground it all down. I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it was like a little.
You didn't even
little
save it.
Yeah.
But I guess at least I don't have like a fake tooth that pops in and out all the
Yeah,
time.
maybe
but,
they can just like anchor to that.
yeah.
Like with the concretes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate y'all.
If you have more questions, just comment, and then this is the place to address them.
Yeah. And as of right now, I think we're going to go live on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just because I totally forgot about the dentist appointment. So it's going to put us a little behind on what we're trying to do to get the video out for you guys, the next video. But you guys will see more progress on stuff. And yeah, for everyone out there that kept saying, "Well, when are you going to build?"
Or they're not building.
Look at us now. But
And you guys can't see, but straight ahead is the
pergola, the gazebo, the
Yeah.
outdoor area, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We got big plans.
Yep.
So, and we have even more stuff on top of that we're doing.
Yeah.
We got a lot going
Just
on.
classic.
So, yeah, but I honestly wouldn't change it. I like it. Keeps it spicy.
Yep.
All right, guys, bye.